And we are going to try and put a few questions to a security analyst or someone who has, has some level of knowledge in issues regarding security. And then also we'll look at, is it possible in the first place to have the vice president and the president at the seat of government, which is the Flagstaff House, because that edifice is actually quite huge and could house both leaders at the same time. But is that security-wise, is it sensible? Is it right to do that? We've been joined by Yaw Akwada. He is a public bureau safety chief executive of the Public Bureau of Safety. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
People are saying that why do we have a vice presidential villa at the seat of government, which is a Flagstaff House, but then we'd have to go out of our way to put up another edifice for the vice president. Is it wise to house both gentlemen in the same edifice?
Okay, let me first of all make a correction. I am not a security, a public safety specialist. I admit from time to time security issues and public safety, intermeddle. And so sometimes I've had to make public commentary on some security issues, but I'm a public safety specialist, and I want that to be corrected before you flash that under my name on the screen. And also I'm with the Bureau of Public Safety, that's right. Just to answer to your question, I think in most democracies, security institutions have learned to separate the president and the vice president for several reasons, especially their residential accommodations. They've learned to separate them. Reasons as to why Ghana decides to put the president and the vice in the same location, I think can best be explained by our security couples. I think that most of these decisions are made after several evaluations, like what sort of security threat faces the presidency and the state. Those are key. What sort of security installations we have in place. How, to what extent can we determine the period between a strike and the period between when there is a strike and how quick we can evacuate.
All right,
and I think
Mr.
that
Akwada, if we can just focus the
National
debate
Security
on
Minister
Ghana.
admittedly is just taking office. I believe by now he should have done all his evaluations to be able to ascertain whether we should continue to house the president and his vice in that same location. But if you ask me, I'll tell you it's not a very smart thing to do. There have been instances where in advanced jurisdictions where even they have very established security procedures and security measures in place, they have minimized the number of times that you can host both the president and his vice in the same location. But like I said, it's up to our security couples to evaluate what sort of threat faces our presidency and the state in order to make some of these decisions. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Yaw Akwada. He is the Executive Director of the Bureau of Public Safety, giving us his position on the debate and the development that has gone on in the last few days, which has to do with the accommodation of the vice president. And there are those who are asking that both of them should move to the Flagstaff House. But, some security experts are saying that it is not wise in terms of safety and security because both gentlemen are, after studying what we have as a country in terms of security, they should stay apart for security reasons.